Welcome to Crypto Classroom, the #1 YouTube channel for learning about cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and other topics in the cryptocurrency world through easy-to-understand analogies, stories, and examples. You're into cryptocurrency, so chances are you have already heard about Web 3.0. What is Web 3.0? It's a common question from our previous videos that keeps popping up, which means doing a Google search about it isn't doing much of a help. So in this video, we are going to explain what Web 3.0 is, how it connects to ideas behind cryptocurrency, and what it all means to you as a user. Before we dive in, I just want to make clear that there is no authoritative or all-encompassing definition of what Web 3.0 is. So instead, we're going to trace our steps back and briefly talk about what Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 are to have a better understanding of what this new phenomenon a lot of folks are calling Web 3.0. Let's begin with Web 1.0, which was the internet between the years 1991 and 2004. Back then, the internet or the World Wide Web was mostly a bunch of static pages that contained information. Some called it as the read-only internet because there wasn't logging in to websites or interacting with posts or caring about analytics. It wasn't even profitable because of ads. Basically, it was like one massive Wikipedia that linked to other websites. Over time, improvements came along like Flash and JavaScript, giving websites fancy features like animations, color schemes, casual games, etc. However, during this time, users of the internet were mere consumers. They went online to read up and get information. Next, Web 2.0 emerged. This is from 2004 until now. The web has evolved a lot. Websites became a lot more interactive. We still get information from web pages, but in return, information from us started to get collected. What we viewed on YouTube, the likes we left on Facebook, comments on blogs, the goods we added to our carts, and what we searched for online. These data were collected to curate content that we see, designed to keep us hooked, and for us to stay on their websites longer. Eventually, Google, Facebook, Amazon, and others realized that they could make more money by selling the data they collected on us to advertisers. Web 2.0 is also referred to as the age of targeted advertising and the lack of privacy for us users. Now, to be fair, we willingly gave up our privacy to use cool apps like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, etc. In Web 2.0, you and I could both log in to Facebook.com and see two very different news feeds because its content was tailored preferences and perceived interests of who was viewing it. How did these companies know what to serve you? It's based on all the data they have collected on us from our likes, viewing and browsing history, the places where we visited, the food we ordered, almost everything and anything we did online. Chances are they know about it. There was even an article on how a guy started seeing ads on parenting because they knew he was going to be a father, probably because his girlfriend did a search using their public IP address on her symptoms, and there is a very good chance that the machine learning algorithm probably already knew when she was ovulating anyways. However, they predicted it. The truth is that there is this one centralized company controlling all of this data, whether we want to or not, which is kind of scary. To prove how it all works, and if you've enjoyed this video so far, feed the algorithm more data by clicking that like button. It helps our channel grow and gives the motivation to create more videos like this. Now, we come to Web 3.0, which they say is the next evolution of the internet, most likely utilizing blockchain technology and the tools of decentralization. If in Web 2.0, us, users, were the product, our online behavior and activities in Web 3.0, some believe that users will be the owners of their content, having full control over it. In Web 2.0, if we post something online, it stays online and it's almost impossible to have it removed. In Web 3.0, we would be able to because we have control over it. One example that's already real is Odyssey, a blockchain alternative to YouTube, where videos can be posted and creators can earn library tokens, which are basically a reward for enticing viewers to watch their videos. With Odyssey though, they can't really stop a video from being posted once it is uploaded, and if someone else on the network wants to share it, they have to technically download that video and then let others watch it. Kind of like a big torrent network if you know how that works. That video would be harder to take down because unlike with Facebook, it's in one server. On Odyssey, it would theoretically be on thousands of computers around the world, as that's how a blockchain social network is. Theoretically, this means attacks on or censorship is unlikely to happen. This could lead to a lot of illegal and hateful things being posted, but it would be in the name of freedom, of which the users of the networks could probably come up with a system to reduce that harmful content, but that's for another video for another time. In Web 3.0, experts predict that we will reach a point where companies would be run by a decentralized group called a DAO, which stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It means that there are no CEOs or presidents who would call the shots. Instead, those with the most tokens get to vote on how the company does business or behaves, no longer limited by a government or some family tradition. In Web 3.0, there will be no censorship of social networks like Facebook or Twitter, as there is no one controlling authority that can shut it down. Finally, one of the biggest things in Web 3.0 is that your digital identity is not necessarily connected to your real-world identity. I can view pages, download things, make purchases, and any other online activity without it being traced to the real me. Now, there are many ways we can anonymize ourselves online, but hold the phone, as that might be a future video idea, so smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so that you'll get notifications when we post new videos. Wrapping it up, these may be long-term ideas of those who think of what Web 3.0 is. What Web 3.0 really means for us is that in the next decade or so, it's likely that you will be able to buy Amazon gift cards using MetaMask and pay with Ethereum or other cryptocurrency, or that using one of your hidden wallets, leave a like on one of your friends' posts. It's not going to be a revolution of sorts or a bunch of life-changing stuff happening all at once. It will most likely be a series of ideas that grow and come together until centralized companies like Facebook and Google are taken apart by legislation and decentralized unregulated DAOs grow to replace them. As an aside, let's talk a bit about a company called the Web3 Foundation that supports projects for increasing decentralization on the internet with their three big projects: Blockchain Polkadot, Polkadot's test chain, and the Web3 Summit, which isn't a good overview of what Web 3.0 actually is. They also offer some grants which are mainly to support and use the Polkadot blockchain, so it seems that the Polkadot team used the Web3 name as a brand to push their own agenda, but that's not what this channel is about. Just to illustrate, it would be like the company Facebook buying a foundation for Web 2.0 and saying they are the ones who initiated it. Facebook is a company, while Web 2.0 is an idea the same way that Polkadot is a blockchain and Web 3.0 is an idea. One doesn't own the other. There is actually another very interesting video called Why Web 3.0 is a Scam, where Trader University talks about how Solana is also taking advantage of the novelty of Web 3.0. We just want you guys to understand that Web 3.0 is a big concept that is a bunch of little ideas, not one idea owned by a foundation to get you hyped up for the next step in the evolution of the internet or to buy their token. As we end this video, if you want to support the education of Web 3.0, consider subscribing to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope that you enjoyed it and that you've learned a thing or two about what Web 3.0 is. Most of all, we hope to see you in our next video.